soldiers steered huge amphibious vehicles through streets under 2-3 meters of water in the town of Obrenovac, 30 kilometers, 18 miles, southwest of the Serbian capital Belgrade, trying to rescue an estimated 700 people crammed into the top floors of the Jefimija primary school. And the whole town is underwater, a Reuters photographer at the scene said. Up to 70 people at a time scrambled onto the vehicles, mainly women and frightened children. And others, stranded in flooded homes, climbed from roofs and balconies into small boats to be taken to safety. And the town of around 30,000 people, located at a bend in the River Sava, has been the worst hit by days of heavy rainfall, unprecedented since records began almost 120 years ago. And Serbia's energy system was brought close to collapse, with power cut to 95,000 homes and capacity down by 40%. And Prime Minister Aleksandar Vucic said there were fatalities in Obrenovac, but authorities would not specify how many until the waters receded and the extent of the damage became clear. 3 had been confirmed dead by Friday. And in neighboring Bosnia, the death toll reached 11. With 6 bodies discovered on Saturday in the northeastern town of Dobij, and another in the northern town of Sumac. And in Sabac in western Serbia, thousands of volunteers joined soldiers, police and firefighters working through the night to build sandbag flood defenses against the rising waters of the Sava. And in the capital Belgrade, residents donated food, clothes and bedding. Police appealed for more boats. A steady rain fell on Saturday and more was forecast for Sunday. And wait and hope, and now we have to sit and wait, to wait for that next wave and to hope, Vucic told a joint news conference with Bosnian Serb leader Milorad Dodik. And of the Bosnian death toll, Dodik said, "I'm afraid that won't be the end." And in the Bosnian border town of Bjeljina, authorities said they would evacuate 10,000 people. More than 15,000 have already been evacuated in Serbia. And we left behind the car, motorcycle, tools, all our furniture, valuables, said Dragan Ilic, an Obrenovac resident evacuated to a shelter in Belgrade. And we just grabbed our mobile phones and left. All our rides were left behind. The whole house is underwater. And another evacuee from Obrenovac at the shelter, a student who gave her name as Katarina, said she was worried about her uncle. I last spoke to him at around 11:0500 ET yesterday, and since then I have no information on where he is or what he is doing, she said. I only know that it's wet, cold, and there's no electricity or running water. And in Bosnia, helicopters evacuated people from the northern towns of Sumac and Modrica, and trucks and bulldozers carried food to the hardest hit areas. And about 1,000 people, including babies, pregnant women, invalids and elderly, were evacuated from the region of Zeljezno Polje in central Bosnia, where hundreds of homes were destroyed in landslides. And I think we'll never be able to return to our village, local Muslim Imam Zudija Rizal told Reuters by telephone from Zeljezno Polje. It has disappeared. And on Friday, Serbia's state-run power utility Elektroprivreda Srbija streamed output at its largest hydropower plant, Đerdap 1, on the Danube River by a quarter. And it also closed down 1,650 MW in capacity of its largest coal-fired power plant Nikola Tesla, 10 on top of a 10% cut in total output a day before. And flooding of the Kolubara, the Danube and the Sava rivers brought down cables and transformer stations, soaked coal depots that feed the power plant, and caused a fire inside the Kolubara complex, which had been shuttered since Thursday. And additional reporting by Darjusito Sucic and Maja Zuvela in Sarajevo, Fedegrulovic in Belgrade, writing by Matt Robinson, editing by Angus McSwan and Rasika Solowski.